Today we are making another easy and cheap family meal, spicy meatballs in a rich tomato sauce. And if it's first time we meet, make sure you subscribe because I have a new simple recipe coming every single week and you don't want to miss it. Now enjoy the recipe. We start this recipe with the vegetables, because using just meat into this meatball recipe, you're not gonna get far, and you're not gonna get really good flavor. You need 1 white onion and 4 cloves of garlic. Chop them finely and set them aside for later. I know some other people would add some grated carrots into this recipe. If you want, just go for it. And now let's move on to the meat. When you choose your minced beef for meatballs, make sure you choose something with about 20% fat. That's because after slow cooking, the meat gets kind of dry and you don't really want that. Transfer the onion and the garlic into the bowl. You can stay simple with salt and pepper if you want to, but I believe something else is really needed. So we have a few spices here, starting with the caraway seeds, a quarter of teaspoon of that, a quarter of teaspoon of cumin, a quarter of teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of chili flakes. If you want, you can always adjust. You don't really need to use my measurements if you don't like one ingredient or the other. And of course, after I start mixing, I always remember that I need something else. That's a quarter of teaspoon of dry oregano. Now make sure all these ingredients get very well combined. It's like making a dough. Get a tray or a plate or something where you can put the meatballs and let's start rolling. I should have mentioned earlier, but ideally I would prepare this mix a day in advance. And why is that? Because the flavors we just added to the meat would intensify and would get better results. But that's a luxury these days, we don't really have time, so let's crack on. I'm not gonna go exactly over the process of how to roll the meatballs because it's pretty obvious from the video, but just try to keep them at relatively same size. Set the pan on high heat and add about 2 tablespoons of veg oil. Add the meatballs into the pan and probably you need to go in 2 stages just to make sure that you have enough space in between so you can mix them properly. And talking about mixing, make sure you do this time to time. We are only giving to these meatballs a nice golden brown color on the outside because the rest of the cooking will happen into the slow cooker. Once you get to that nice golden brown color, you can remove them from the heat and keep the pan on and deglaze it with 100 ml of red wine. We're gonna reduce this by half or until the alcohol is evaporated, shouldn't take longer than 2-3 minutes. After that, transfer the reduced wine to the slow cooker. Now when you choose the tomato sauce, make sure it's slightly thicker. And that's because during the slow cooking process, the meat releases juices and the liquid doesn't really evaporate. And I'm pretty sure you don't really want a watery sauce. Now get the meatballs into the slow cooker. For some extra flavor, I'm only adding 2 bay leaves and some sprigs of thyme. And that's because the sauce is spicy enough and it's got enough seasoning because it's a homemade sauce. But if it happens that you buy it from the shop and it's a lot milder, then you might consider adding a touch of salt and a touch of pepper. And if you want, even some chili flakes. Set the crock-pot on high and forget about it for about 3 hours. Meanwhile, I'm gonna prepare the garnish, and today is pasta, but you can definitely use it with rice, mashed potatoes, and endless possibilities. Make sure you salt the water before adding the pasta, and cook this for about 8 minutes or until al dente. Give it a good mix, and for spaghetti, when you get to around 8 minutes, depending on the thickness, you can remove them from the heat. Now an important step, if you wanna cook the pasta into the sauce, then keep some of that pasta water. You might need it to adjust the sauce. If you don't wanna do that, then just get rid of it. I'm choosing the second option as the sauce is rich enough and all you need is give it a good mix into the plate. Plus, it looks really good from presentation point of view. If you wanna add some parmesan, you can definitely do, or you could use some sprigs of thyme as a garnish. And if you wanna cook this recipe and you don't have the right utensils, I have links into the descriptions to everything you need, so make sure you check them out.